I'm not sure if you can see this in the video or not, but if you look really close right here, there's actually a difference in color. And that is where they repaired some chips and didn't do a good job blending it. So I think with all the chipping that has occurred on this, and this side actually, I got it to line up really pretty good, but this is not good here. This body line falls in, so to repair that, it's going to require doing body work, beating on it with a hammer, reshaping this corner. So I think it's worth it to do it. What I'll do is reshape this, get this line to line up properly. I'll be able to clean up this edge. I'll spray red on the fender. I'll do a blend right on this edge, so that way this matches the hood, right? But this matches the door perfectly. And I'll end up putting another clear coat over the door, because that way I can refine this jam edge here to get it a little bit cleaner, a little as straight as possible. You can see I'm going to go slow, but it's wide, goes really wide, pinches down tighter, gets really tight right there, then opens up and it's back to factory specs. And then when you get down here, all of a sudden it tightens up again. So I'm not going to be able to get it all perfect, but I think I'll shave a little bit off the door here to match the fender. I'll shave a little bit off the door here to match the fender, but the fender will receive all the work here for this body line, and this gap here I'll literally weld in more material right in that area to close up that gap, and that'll clean up this jam. It'll look so much better if I do that. It'll be worth, it's another weekend's worth of work or more, but it'll be worth it. This jam is really nice. As you look down the side, it's looking pretty good, right? The body line, I'm happy with it. Car's a little bit wavy, but you know, it's not black, and it's not a 100-point show car. It's just really clean. It looks good, I think. So I'm happy with the body lines. We just got to clean up this front door edge a little bit. This side is going to take a lot of work. This side is way off, and so the fender's going to receive a lot of work. A little bit, you know, actually I'm going to put a torch to it, heat it up, bend it out, reshape it. Some people may be thinking, well, why don't you just space out the fender with this bolt at the top? And the reason why you can't do that with that bolt right there, we already got 3 shims in there as it is, right? And 2 shims. But the reason why you can't push out the fender any further is because look at the line here. It's perfect. So, and we got the gap really good. This gap on this side is better in between the door and the fender. Not perfect, we'll clean it up a little bit, but we're going to spend all our time up here on this corner. And it was all chipped up anyway. I chipped it up a little bit more, but it's gonna get all the attention. This line is good. We'll brush touch that. We'll clean that up a little bit. This needs to come back a little bit, but yeah, so, and then we'll, at the same time, we'll fix that little weird ding right there. So, but I'll put as little red on the top of the fender as possible. Obviously, there's going to be a fair amount of red here, but it'll blend, and I'll stay away from the edge here going to the hood, so that way we have you know, a perfect match in between the top of the fender to the hood. I'm going to repaint this guy here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to color sand it down, and I'm going to spray the I think what I'll do is I'll see if I can recover this by just color sanding it down and putting a little color and clear over it. And then we'll come back, and the same black that I put on the chassis and the underside of the car and the dash here, I'm going to spray the black inside here, because this is just vinyl. And you can't put vinyl on this grill, of course, so we'll paint this grill with the semi-gloss black, and then we'll do the stripe on the outside, and I'll do that in vinyl, because that way it'll match perfectly. You won't be able to tell the difference in between the non-vinyl here and the hood. But that'll clean that up, and it'll get rid of that ugliness there. And we'll have the tops of the fenders matching the doors. The color along the whole side of the car will be completely perfect. And the car will be definitely straighter than what it was. This body line here, looking really good. So, we're coming along. It's looking good. You can see the doors. Shuts nice and easy. Doesn't have the rubber in it right now, but that's okay. When you put the rubber in it, you'll have to slam it a little bit harder. This one, same thing. So, looking good. All right. We still got to put the stripes on here too. I got them cut. I just haven't applied them yet. So, but we're getting there. At least we're getting the pieces to fit well. So, stay tuned.